Hello Aries, Aries Rising and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting April 10th, 2017. And yes, guys, I finally got that video up talking about why rising signs are important. So you can check that out. It's actually on the suggested video on the main channel page. And I think there might be a reminder that shows up here in the down bar or in the video itself at some point in time during this horoscope. So there's ways to find it. And of course, if you ever want to find me and get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, this week, early on, we have a full moon in Libra on the 11th, and it's going to be forming a lovely supportive sextile to Saturn in Sagittarius, and this is going to be linking up your closest one-on-one relationships. Alright, with your 7th house, that's your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, BFF, business partner, roommate, and your 9th house of higher education, spiritual activity, as well as your government legal proceedings and international travel. And this is going to be a big, expansive kind of opportunity because, Saturn's just recently gone retrograde, so we're kind of getting a lot of obstacles out of your way to get a lot of work done in that 9th house area. And a partner and you may actually be finally making something official as far as like some kind of big plan, whether it's a big move, a big trip, or possibly, you and a partner making arrangements if one of you is trying to maybe go back to school, get some kind of new training underway, or maybe get some kind of big legal affair wrapped up and ready to go so everyone involved can move on with their lives. So there is a really nice connector going on, setting off a good trend for the next 2 weeks. Later on, we have the Sun at the very end of the week conjunct Uranus in your sign. And this is a wonderful angle for bringing a focus on where do we break you out of a pattern, out of a rut. Whenever the Sun and Uranus comes together, it can be a bit of a shock energetically because there's something that jolts us out of our default. And because it's happening in your sign, this could be happening to, confront maybe some kind of recurring issue, a recurring block that you impose on yourself sometimes. And sometimes we can do that. We have a tendency to, maybe we say no too much, maybe we say yes too much. Maybe we are looking for some help in developing some courage in a love relationship. Maybe we're trying to break a bad habit, such as smoking or, not eating properly. Or maybe we're in a situation where we're just trying to break out of a rut and, and get the courage to finally, switch jobs, switch living situations. Whatever's going on to get you acting in a more self-sufficient way without, too many external cues, Uranus is going to try and break the mold with you. And if you don't do it, he'll break it on you. But this is all going to be helping you get that sense of personal freedom as well. So I really like this week in a lot of ways. It's jarring, but it's jarring in that good way. For your spiritual advice, we do have the card of Ragnarok. And this is this deck's version of the Tower. Okay, the Ragnarok card does talk about you, Aries, initiating some kind of final punctuation, final ending. What have we been holding on to too long? What have we been, what situation have we procrastinated putting a good end to? And sometimes I think that people, all of us, this isn't just like an Aries thing, it's not an elemental sign thing, it's all of us as human beings. Sometimes we keep doors open or keep them ajar because we want to have somewhere to go back to, even if it's an unhealthy place, or even if that situation has long since expired and decomposed. And this week, with the Ragnarok card, we're kind of noticing you, Aries, with the Ragnarok card, finally kind of putting the final nail in the coffin on a situation that, again, has outstayed its welcome in terms of your life. This could actually be a connection to another person. Some of you may be deciding it's time to, again, up and move on, change your major. But what have we been kind of stewing in for too long in a self-inflicted way? That's what we need to put an end to. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Six of Cups reversed. Again, talk about breaking out of past patterns. This can be a wonderful card, especially for a lot of you who are looking to perhaps try and find a way to get a new job. This may be coming through a company or through a corporation that doesn't seem like they would be hiring somebody with your experience, or you may not be feeling like you have the technical savvy or the technical know-how or the Maybe you just don't feel like you didn't know that a position was available at this company. You know, in the capacity that you're willing to work. You've got to think outside the box with the Six of Cups reversed, because we do have a new job opportunity coming your way. Mars is still in your earned income sector, making, you know, a lot of work come real fast your way. And for those of you who are currently employed, you know, again, the Six of Cups reversed, we're kind of seeing a huge change in our business as far as how busy we are, but how much we're getting paid out. And whatever, again, has been sort of like a long-standing obstacle or a long-standing repetitious pattern with you at work is going to be cleared. This could also be the end of something that's been sort of a monkey on our back, whether it's a bill or a payment plan, or maybe even sort of like a cubicle partner or an office partner or even a business partner we no longer wish to work with. We're finally getting some kind of big ball and chain out of the way. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Knight of Swords reversed. Might not be so easy for everyone in your life to embrace transition, and the Knight of Swords reversed can indicate a conflict coming up this week with a friend or a relative who it can be very hard to have a conflict with. You know, because with the Knight of Swords reversed, it's not hard because it's emotionally hard. It's hard because it would be like hard on a technical level. Because usually with the Knight of Swords reversed, we don't have somebody who's kind of like come prepared to have a serious discussion or to have a conflict. And we've all had those issues sometimes where it's kind of like, okay, we're going to talk this out. Oh wait, you don't even know what you're going to say. You don't know how to put your feelings into words. You're not really like good at this part. The Knight of Swords reversed can say, pay attention to where a person may be getting more upset or more difficult to deal with because they are aware that they are not actually in a place where they can sort of be a good representative of themselves or their case this week. It doesn't mean they should be punished, but this situation doesn't have to happen right now. This argument, this fight doesn't have to happen right now. It's an extra fight, which we don't need. Now, he or she, again, may be very well aware that they're not operating in a place that makes them the most constructive. And if we're going to have a fight or conflict, it needs to be constructive and productive. This can't just be another vent fest, because sometimes that can, you know, be highly toxic. So don't be afraid to just kind of be like, look, I'm perfectly willing to have this talk with you, but you need to be able to, you know, this doesn't make any sense right now. You need to be able to unpack this yourself. Unpack your bags and then show me what you want to talk about. Don't throw everything out on the table and then expect help unpacking your own mind, because that is not the way to have a fight in a way that's going to help all considered. Okay? For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ace of Wands reversed. This week I feel like a lot of you Aries people with the Ace of Wands reversed, you're going to have to cope with something turning you off. You know, coping with a turn off or suddenly being turned off. And that, you know, that might not sound like a big deal. Why does that even get a card? But it is a big deal, because when things start to turn us off a little bit, you know, that's important to pay attention to where there's an incompatibility. Now, that's not the end of the world. We all have little incompatibilities, even with people that we're very close to. You know, but I think that with the Ace of Wands reversed, a lot of you need to stop and think, okay, I am getting turned off by this job, I'm getting turned off maybe by this landlord, whatever, and pay attention to this, because it could be sort of saying, okay, this is where we need to address an incompatibility. Do we work on this, or do we live and let live? We can't take the turn off personally, though. That's the other thing about the Ace of Wands reverse, because your partner may be doing it, your friend may be doing it, and just because that incompatibility is there doesn't mean, again, we need to take it personally. And your challenge is not taking it personally, but to address where the live and let live needs to be. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Empress card upright. I don't think it's going to be your partner. Because the Empress card upright is one of the best cards you can get for love. Because the Empress card talks about, well, having everything, pretty much. Or getting to enjoy a little bit of everything when it comes to your love life. And I think with the Empress card upright, for those of you who are single and looking, again, with a lot of this energy of the full moon, we've got this really nice opportunity to start setting in a foundation for something more long-term and something more substantial. This could show up as several new people, interestingly enough, that all are good matches. And that's okay. That's a good problem to have. Seems to be the theme of this, all this Libra energy during an Aries season. For those of you who are currently coupled, The Empress card upright indicates a big breakthrough for both you and your partner, possibly even in the air of trying to expand on our family, or to maybe even start a family. Okay? This can be an opportunity for not only extra money coming in, we may be surprised, pleasantly surprised even, by an influx of cash that maybe allows us to cash in on an ideal or a dream or a plan that we kind of put off for practical reasons. The Empress card can also indicate, though, it may be a time for you and your partner to get the lead out. Again, with that full moon sextile Saturn, there may be an opportunity for the two of you to even consider, cohabitation, or, making some serious arrangements that you've been treating like a pipe dream that don't have to be. So that is your horoscope, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.